Guess who's back and just in time for the new banner? What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel, and let me tell you, it feels so good to be back. It was good to be on vacation, good to get away a little bit from social media, just from the internet. I played a couple games of Pokemon Duel, and you get this, I was so upset I was going to tweet at Delta. I purchased Wi-Fi, $10. It was like an hour and a half flight, right? I only played 3 matches because the connection was so bad, and my second match, it disconnected me, and I lost, and I was about to win, and I was super salty. Aside from that, guys, bear with me, this video, monthly, look at that, 450th, top 450. We didn't even really push, so not bad. Also, rip to the month of rewards. I did not get to 5K, so I did not get the free EX. I'm a little salty about that. But let me fair warn you guys, this video is just going to be a discussion of the new figures and my thoughts and opinions on the buffed figures, okay? So, and I also want to preface this, I literally know what's on the internet in terms of Reddit. Like, I barely know the figures' wills. I don't even know their abilities. I can't watch videos on YouTube while at work. Like, I thought it was an area thing, so like anytime that Dreadnought would put out a video or Rocket would put out a video, I couldn't view it. It wouldn't let me view it. Now, Gigs, I tried watching Gigs videos today. I tried watching Bill's videos today. It doesn't let me load those videos in at work. I have no idea why, so I'm sorry. Like I said, please bear with me. A lot of the stuff is going to be fresh and new. There's a little bit that I know, so we're going to go over it. But first, before we even do that, let's open up these boosters and see if we get anything from there. And then we'll reveal my thoughts and opinions. We'll do the buffs last because we'll do the figures now since we got them. I want to look more into the Snover line. I know we got two Aerodactyls, which I really want to talk about because I was super salty that we were getting a rare Aerodactyl and then an EX Aerodactyl. What? Tabu Bulu from a blue? Okay, is this any sort of, ooh, what just happened, hype? Is this going to be some good luck for me? Are we going to get some good stuff? Let's see. What do we get from this purple booster? But back what I was saying about the Aerodactyl, I'm actually okay with having 2 because I thought we were going to get the Archerops, that's how you say it. I don't know how to pronounce that prehistoric bird, the fossil figure. So I made a prediction, guys. I tweeted, I was like, yo, with this new banner, it's going to be a Rocket Ice. We're going to be getting our Kabutops finally. We're going to get the Almastar line. Well, I was wrong, but we did get some fossils, so I'm pretty excited from that. First of all, let's get the let's look at this guy, the Aerodactyl. Can I look at him from here? I don't think I can. Okay, we'll have to take him, and then we'll look at him in the figure case. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Okay, so login bonus. I guess we'll just collect this first. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at the Aerodactyl. And you know what I want to do? I want to make a series. Like, I know I said I want to make a 4K series. That series is probably going to take a back seat for a little bit. But what I want to do is I want to make a series of a free-to-play deck because free-to-play players, you guys have gotten access to so many figures that could be super competitive. Let's just talk about that real quick. Aerodactyl. You got a free Aerodactyl. Okay? You got a free Kangaskhan. You got a free, I believe, all of the Eevee evolutions. I think we got the UX Eevee. Yeah, the UX Eevee. I don't remember if we got that for free, but if not, we got the EX or the UX evolutions of Eevee. Eeveelutions, right? Vibrava. Vibrava is it's one of the best, if not the best goalie in the game, and it costs, what, 450 materials? You can easily get that. You got the Doublade and Honedge. That's a very good figure because it has a built-in no guard. So you have pretty much 4 to 5 set figures. And then I guarantee some of you guys have at least like a Mew or a Lucario. If not, invest in them because Mew is always going to be good. Lucario is always going to be good. So I want to make a deck featuring free-to-play players and to see how high we can climb into that. All right, now that's out of the way, let's look at... Let's get rid of this. Let's go to acquired. Let's take a look at the Aerodactyl. What can this thing do? Soar. So it does have the Soar ability. Restored Pokemon. Now, I did see something about this, but I don't know much about it. I know restored Pokemon, it's referring to fossils, because everyone it has restored to is a fossil Pokemon. But there are other Pokemon that do not say restored Pokemon, like the Armaldo. So I don't know what's going on with the text. I know there was something going on with the attacks as well. I'm pretty sure the Tyrunt has Roar, but Roar only has 1 star. This Taunt has 3-star purple, but the Taunt that the Weaviles, I think it's the Weaviles, have is a 2-star, and I think they added some stuff onto the attack. So let's take a look at the ability. This Pokemon may MP move over Pokemon on the field that don't have Soar. Okay, so we can go through Mons. It has attacks of Ice Fang and Dragon Claw 70 and 40. Definitely, if you're gonna put chains into it, I would say put chains into the Ice Fang, because what's in the meta right now? The Celebi, and the change on the Ice Fang is going to help tie with the Grass Knot. Now, this is why I'm okay with the Aerodactyl being a rare and an EX, because both of them are different. The rare one is a 3 MP. It is a runner, and I was so hyped about this because when I think of Aerodactyl, I think of playing against Lance's Aerodactyl in red and blue version. And what happened when you played against Aerodactyl? Super fast, and it can hit really hard. Aerodactyl has a base speed of, I believe, 130, and the attack's like somewhere in the hundreds. So that's what I remember mostly about the Aerodactyl. So I love how there's 2 versions. There's one that's going to be a runner, and the other one is going to be, which I don't even know. I have no idea what it even does. Okay, so, but the Dragon Claw and the Ice Fang can KO runners. It moves through figures, and it has the Taunt. Until the end of your next turn, if the Pokemon hit by this attack spins a purple or a blue attack, shift the result clockwise until a Oh, what? See, because I thought Taunt was only if it rolled purple, it just spun again, but I think they added the blue, and it instead of spinning again, it shifts clockwise. So that means it's like a neutral turn. So like if you're attacking into Dawn Wings, and Dawn Wings hits let's say it hits the Photon Geyser, it's going to shift clockwise, and then it's going to hit the Moongeist Beam, and it's going to shift again until it hits a miss. Unfortunately, it'd be cool if like it did the same thing with the Aerodactyl. So if this thing was level 5, it would shift clockwise into the Dragon Claw, while Dawn Wings shift into the Miss. That could be awesome. I think that'd be an awesome counter, but it's just going to be a neutral turn. So they hit it. I think it'd be better if it would also make the Aerodactyl spin as well. So I love this. I love this free-to-play player runner. I think it's a great runner. It can move through figures, 3 MP. Taunt, how is that going to fit against Marshadow? It's just a neutral turn, so. And then actually this thing doesn't do that great against Marshadow, but I mean the Dragon Claw could go into the Shadow Snake. I think that's what the gold is. All right, so that I like that. I really like that. I want to take it for a spin in my free-to-play deck, which we'll probably create at the end of this video. Now let's take a look at the monthly rewards. It looks like we can get the Dull Blade again. Oh, that's with the player pass. But let's take a look at the Snover. The Snover has a very interesting typing, the dual typing of Grass and Ice. Rip to Firemon's X. Rip to this typing to Firemon's X4. Super effective, but that doesn't really apply into this game. But let's look at the ability. Opposing Flying type Pokemon and Dragon type Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon have MP -1. Now, if this would have came out during the Dragon era, I think it would have been great. I don't know what they intend to try to counter with this ability, the whiteout ability. I mean, I guess it can counter the Aerodactyl. So if the Aerodactyl is the runner, this thing moves out to counter the Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is 2 steps away, so Aerodactyl does not have 3 MP. It only has 2 MP, so therefore it can't take the entry point. I like what they did there, but I think it's too late because there's not many people running dragons or flying. Take a look at the attacks. Icy Wind. Do we have Icy Wind? All adjacent opposing Pokemon on the field that are not Fire, Ice, Water, or Steel type spin. Attach -1 MP mark. I think we did have that. Who has Icy Wind? Did we have Icy Wind? Can't recall. We did have Powder Snow. All opposing Pokemon on the field spin. Those that spin miss become frozen. And Energy Ball. We know what Energy Ball does because of the Celebi. I don't know where this thing would fit. In what deck? I have no idea, but let's continue on. Let's go into the Abomasnow. Why he has the same ability. We know how we feel about this. Now, here's what's interesting against this wheel. I like the Will because it has Blizzard and it has Ice Beam. So no matter what, you're going to be frozen, right? You're going to be frozen. And if you run this with, you know, an exclusion deck, you run this with like the Suicune, or if you run this with the Victinis, I think this is pretty good because you can freeze them on to then, you know, use Victini, double Victinis and try to banish things, or use the, like I said, the Suicune. I think the Glalie also have it, or the Mega Glalie, right? Do they have that purple Sheer Cold? Sheer Cold. Yeah, right here, Sheer Cold. So the only thing that I don't necessarily like about the Abomasnow or the Abomasnow is I love the Sheer Cold. I just wish the Sheer Cold was bigger. If the Sheer Cold was bigger, it would make this a real threat in. I think it could be a threat. It could fit in the meta in like not even necessarily an ice deck, but like a Victini deck, because if it had the Sheer Cold, and let's see, the Snover's not that easy to evolve, but imagine a 3-star Sheer Cold. It would be pretty. Yeah, this thing can't really evolve this thing. So, but I think it would be better if it didn't have the energy ball, but it had the Sheer Cold. Kind of had like a the fracture. It had a fracture type wheel like that with a 2-star Sheer Cold. I think that'd be pretty good. But unfortunately, it does not. Now let's move on to the Amaura. Can somebody please tell me how to pronounce this thing? But it's got the Emergent Evolution, restored Pokemon, another fossil restored Pokemon. After this Pokemon battles, it can evolve right after. Nice. So all you gotta do is really survive. What does the purple do? Oh, we got the Aurora Beam. The Aurora Beam was one of the coolest animated attacks in the main series. I can't believe we finally got it. Freeze Dry. We know what Freeze Dry does because of the Glade. Actually, I don't even know. Let me read. Deals plus 50 damage if the battle opponent is okay. If it's a water type, the battle opponent and all opposing Pokemon adjacent to it spin, and if they spin a blue attack, they become frozen. Okay. What does the Aurora Beam do? An opposing Pokemon within 2 steps becomes frozen. Yo, and it's a 2-star purple. Evolve this thing. Well, I'm assuming that the other one has it. 3-star, yo, and you can pick a Mon 2 steps away. Become ice decks might be prevalent. So I'm wondering if I know some of the like Armaldo doesn't have restored, so I wonder if like the Kabuto. I haven't looked at it. If Kabuto has it, the restored. Oh, what's this mask? Can't look at it. Okay. Tyrunt. Yes, he's also got the same thing, restored evolution, or no, emergent evolution. So it can evolve. Awesome. It can evolve after battle. What does it have? What does Big Bite do again? If the battle opponent's type is steel, this Pokemon takes no damage, and the opponent is knocked out. Take that, hype. We coming for you. And just kidding. That would do nothing because all you can do is hit Tractor Beam, and yeah. Damage doesn't matter to steel decks. It's all about the movement and the Tractor Beam. So that's not really going to do anything. And then this is what I was talking about. Roar has 1-star purple. Why? Isn't it a 2-star purple like the Houndour and the Zweilous? So what is going on here? I don't know what's going on. Easy to evolve. So let's look at the Tyrantrum. Is the Tyrantrum in here? Snover. Nope, we got you. Abomasnow. Tyrunt. Sorry. Yo, and here he is, the Mega Aerodactyl. 3 MP. What does this thing do? Restored Pokemon. If this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, it may MP move over Pokemon on the field that don't have Soar. Okay. While this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Pokemon that are not Ghost or Ground type cannot MP move through your Pokemon. Oh, your Pokemon using the effects of an ability. Okay. So if the opposing Pokemon that are not. Okay, so Ghost and Ground can move through them. But, okay, what can move through? That's not a Ghost. Wait, what? Opposing Pokemon that are not Ghost or Ground. So Ground, we think of the Swampert, Mega Swampert. But wait, what's not a Ghost that can move through figures? Somebody please let me know in the comments below. Using the effect of an ability. Wouldn't it make sense if they opposing Pokemon that are not, okay, so it's saying like Grassmons. Grassmons don't move through figures. Cannot move through your Pokemon using the effect of an ability. Maybe Watermons in the Aquasphere? I'm drawing a blank, guys. Please let me know. Your Rock type and Flying type deal plus stone damage. Okay, so we do have the Taunt, the Stone Edge, and the Rock Slide. It's like if the battle opponent or any opposing Pokemon adjacent to the battle opponent have weight, those Pokemon Wait, whoa. If the battle opponent or any opposing adjacent Pokemon to the battle opponent have weight, those Pokemon are knocked out. The battle opponent and opposing Pokemon adjacent to the battle opponent gain weight. What? Wasn't it if they were adjacent and they rolled a miss, they were knocked out? So they changed this too? Yo, you can hit Rock Slide. Imagine if you hit Rock Slide on a neutral turn, right? You both hit for 160 or whatever it hits for when it Mega Evolves, 170. And you stay on the board, but you all have weight and you attack again? And they all have weight? They would all get... Yo, there's some cheese here. There's some cheese here. I want to see what Mega Aerodactyl can do. All right, what else do we got? There's the Eevee. Oh, look at that. Reward. See? Free to play. Yo, dude. All right, I'm going to make a free to play deck. And we got the Glaceon. The Glaceon's pretty dope. It can move through ground and flying type. Okay. And I remember we had a discussion. I was telling people that it's going to keep the Diamond Dust. I can't remember somebody was thinking that it was going to have like Sheer Cold. I was like, no way. That's too OP. But a Diamond Dust is pretty good. It's going to freeze them. Ice Beam is going to freeze them. And then Ice Shard. We are in a purple. I mean, shoot. What would you increase on this thing? Maybe the Shard? Because of the purple and the meta? I'm not sure. But I forgot what Ice Shard even does. Opposing Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon's spin. If the result is anything other than a blue attack, the effect of Sphere Plates used on those Pokemon are nullified. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I might go Shard. Other than a blue, the effects... Yeah. I might go Shard on that. Ooh, the Glaceon mask. Yo, I can't wait for the Leafeon mask. Leafeon is by far my favorite EV evolution. Oh, and then looks like we are going to be getting the Arceus at 8K, which we're not even going to get. Dude, I hope... We need to get to 5K this time. We need to grind to get to 5K. All right, now let's also go into the other figures that you can purchase, right? Oh, and my player pass, I think it's up in a couple hours. No, just kidding. We're still at 10 out of 10. But let's look at the other figures, the other evolutions, the Mega Evolutions, and more. Anyway, how was your guys' weekend? I missed you guys. I really did. Okay, Mega Abomasnow, which I did not care for when they revealed the Mega Abomasnow. I was like, dude, I don't really care for the Mega Abomasnow. I don't think it's that cool. But he's got Wood Hammer. It's a 1 MP though, dude. It's not my playstyle. I don't even really care. So it's got Blizzard, Wood Hammer, and then what is this? Okay, Sheer Cold. We know what Sheer Cold can do. The battle is knocked out, and yeah, boom. What does Wood Hammer do? An opposing Pokemon adjacent to the battle opponent is knocked 2 steps back and gains weight 3. This Pokemon gains weight. An opposing Pokemon adjacent to the battle. Okay. Ability, Fearsome Frost Tree. While this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Flying and Dragon type Pokemon each... Oh, while it's on the field, they have -1. But Flying and Dragon, again, like how many people are running Flying and Dragon? Dragon, you're... Okay, that's all it is? And then the buff from the typings? Not interested. Don't care. Don't care. Yo, okay, so here is the EX Aerodactyl, right? Okay, so he keeps the... Whoa, Skydrop? What does that do? Air Power. Restored Pokemon. Okay, we need to figure out what Restored Pokemon does. If this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition... It may MP move over Pokemon on the field that don't have Soar. Opposing Pokemon that are not Ghost or Ground type Pokemon or Ground type cannot MP through this Pokemon using the effect of an ability. If this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Pokemon can... Whoa. If this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Pokemon cannot use the effect of Air Balloon to MP move over other... What? If this Pokemon is on the field, opposing Pokemon cannot use the effect of Air Balloon? Yo! Air Control. Air Power. Power is power. That is dope. That is dope because Air Balloon's everywhere. Yo! This is really good. But I still don't understand this. Opposing Pokemon that are not Ghost or Ground cannot MP... What Pokemon? Can Fire Mons move through Mons? I mean, they can move through their same typings. They can't move through this one. What would be able to move through this? Oh, okay, so like Flying Mons. So like, okay, dude, okay. So like, what, I mean, you have, so like Articuno, the Legendary Birds, they can't move through? Is that That I guess that or flying. Okay, that makes sense. We have the Stone Edge 150. Oh man, the power creep is real. Skydrop. What does this do? Okay, if this Pokemon moves to a point 2 steps away and gains weight, if the battle opponent is a non-flying type Pokemon and the battle opponent, whoa, if the battle opponent is a non-flying type Pokemon, the battle, yo, what? Some cheese plus, yo, EX Aerodactyl is dope. I want to run this. I'm going to run this with rare Aerodactyl as well. Huh, very interesting. I like this. I like that Aerodactyl a lot. Okay, this figure, I don't even know how to pronounce. The Auroros. Ouroros. Dude, I'm so sorry. Remember, I'm illiterate. Please don't make fun of me. All right, details. Let's see what this thing can. It does have the Aura Beam. Let's go. 3-star Aurora Beam. This is going to be awesome. Restored Pokemon. Wait. If evolved at the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you may freeze one of your restored Pokemon. Hold on, wait, whoa, wait a minute. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you may freeze one of your restored Pokemon that has been excluded from the duel and move it to a point 1 to 2 steps away from this Pokemon. Your turn ends when this Pokemon is excluded. Wait, what? When this Pokemon is excluded from the duel, it returns to its what? How are these things getting excluded? When this Pokemon is excluded from the duel, it returns to its previous evolution. Okay, I'm so confused here. So if you are running this with a fossil deck, right? And I guess one of them is excluded. I don't know why. Why would it be excluded? Like from the Mega Gardevoirs? I don't know. So if it's excluded at the start of my turn, I can bring them back, but they'd be frozen and they'd be 2 steps away from me. But if I get excluded, when this Pokemon is excluded from the duel, it returns to its previous what? So I'm so confused. So I get excluded. Okay, so then if I have another one, I bring it back. It's frozen, but it's going to be in its regular form? What? Dude, I'm confused. Freeze Dry, we know what Freeze Dry does. Aurora Beam, we know what that does. Ooh, Ancient Power. Ancient Power, we finally got Ancient Power. Yo, this is dope. Oh, yo. While they are on the field, your restored Pokemon deal plus 10 damage to the battle opponent and gain plus 1 star. If you guys didn't know, Ancient Power had, I don't remember, it had like a 30% chance to increase all of your stats. I think it's 30%. I don't know what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it has a chance to increase all of your stats. So I like the plus damage and I love the plus star. Yo, I like the support on the other fossiled mons that I don't know why they're going to be excluded though. That's very strange. Tyrantrum, yo, I loved running Tyrantrum. I don't even know what gen it was. Was it Gen 5, Gen 6, I don't know, but let me know. But I always got him. Tyrantrum. He's got the 1-star roar. See, this is weird. Apex Predator. Restored Pokemon if evolved. So, dude, okay. If its battle opponent is not evolved and this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, this Pokemon cannot be knocked out in battle. Oh, nice. If this Pokemon is knocked out, it is what? Okay, so here it is. I don't even like that. Or wait a minute. Okay. If its battle opponent is not evolved and this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, so like Marshadow doesn't have an evolution. If its gold hits my roar, I don't get KO'd. Was that what it is? Not affected by a special condition. This Pokemon cannot be knocked out in battle. If this Pokemon is knocked out, it is excluded from the duel. When this Pokemon is excluded from the duel, it returns to its previous evolution. Okay, dude, I'm so confused. Somebody please fill me in. If I get knocked out, right? So something evolved has to KO me, okay? Yo, this thing can survive, like, this is interesting. This is actually very interesting. Because what's in the meta? Not many. I mean, we have Mega Lucario. So I guess the only way to really get rid of the Tyrantrum is like Mega Evolutions, right? So, I don't know. Tyrantrum could be very interesting. So, and I have no experience playing, so please let me know. So, I get KO'd. Let's say Mega Lucario KOs me, hits the bullet punch into my roar. I get excluded from the duel, but if I have the Aurorus, whatever, if I have that on the field, I can bring my Mon back. They're frozen, but he's back to Tyrunt. Please, dude, I'm so sorry. Please explain that to me. Look at the attacks. Rare, Aurora, Head Smash. This Pokemon spins. If it spins a miss, including a miss due to paralysis or burned, I think it should say being paralyzed or burned, it is knocked out. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, we don't want to roll a miss there. And then Thrash. Ah, dude, where's Thrash at, though? Ah, dude, see, that's... Ooh, I thought this one would have been interesting, but now the Thrash, oh, man, that, like, hinders it a lot. Because as soon as you hit Thrash, you're dead. Well, then again, I mean, the majority is Head Smash, and you just hit Thrash again. But if you hit Thrash, I mean, essentially, if you hit Thrash, you have a large miss. So, I don't know how, like, at first I was like, okay, but now I don't know how I feel about this. That figure. I like this figure. I love the Aerodactyl. But I don't know how I feel about that. All right, before this video gets way too long, let's go over the buffs really quick. I'm just going to give you like a quick one word. Oh, we have new plates? What are these new plates? Restorer, okay. Choose a restored Pokemon in your PC. Choose a restored Pokemon in your PC. How would they be in your PC if... Doesn't Aurora's gets excluded, right? Does that get excluded when it gets KO'd, or just the Tyrantrum? And they're smaller, so I guess it would refer to like a Aerodactyl. Anyway, sorry. Choose a restored Pokemon in your PC. That Pokemon moves to the bench without gaining weight. Move one of your restored Pokemon that has been excluded from the duel to your... Okay, this is... dude, this is like hurting my head. Restore is going to be pretty good for my free-to-play Aerodactyl deck because it's essentially a max revive that only costs 1. That's going to be nice. And I don't have weight. Tyrantrum, so if I do get excluded, it moves from being excluded to your PC. Oh! Your PC. Okay, so if you have like 2 restores, it brings it back. And dude, okay, this... Yeah, there's a lot of testing to do. Primal Sphere, what does that do? Choose one of your restored Pokemon. Until the end of the duel, while that Pokemon is on the field, if the number of your own Pokemon on the field, bench, and in your PC, field, bench, in your PC, is lower than the number of opponent's Pokemon on the field, bench, or in your opponent's PC, your restored Pokemon and Pokemon that have evolved from restored evolution deals plus 30 damage and gain plus 1. Dude, that's going to be so... Okay, so Primal Sphere, you have to play until the end while that Pokemon is on the field. If the number of your own Pokemon on the field, bench, and PC is lower. Okay. So if you have lower Mons... Oh, dude, I have to mess around. This is messing with my head. So if I have lower Mons on, say, my bench... So if they go first, right? No, I go first. Then they go. Let's just say I have lower... I don't know. So I have to have lower, and then I get all the effects. Okay, that's... Oh, I have to mess around with this. I'm sorry. Frost Sphere. Choose one of your Ice-type Pokemon. Until the end of the duel, plates with Sphere in their name, except for Frost Sphere, have their effects negated on opposing Pokemon within 3 steps of that Pokemon. Okay, so basically Frost Sphere kind of freezes their sphere if they're 3 steps away. Could be interesting. Could be interesting in a ice deck. But again, like I said, I'm sorry. I'm very ignorant right now because I'm just getting back into the game. So there's a lot of things we need to do. DNA Splicers, happy. Happy what they did with this. You can now move on the same turn that you use the DNA Splicer. Love it. Overdrive, added it to the Kyurem, white Kyurem, and the black Kyurem. Love it. Long Barrel. I don't remember what this does. A play Long Barrel. Rhyperior is to extend the range of its attack, Rock Wrecker. And it adds Pokemon types to effects. We have decided to adjust the play to be even better. Long Barrel will no longer have the side effect of not being able to target opponents that are too close. As will be mentioned, below, the attack Rock Wrecker will be adjusted. This adjustment will allow Rhyperior using Long Barrel to knock out opponents of any type. Oh yeah, because I remember it was like 3 specific typings. It was like flying, something else. I don't remember. So I have seen some things on Reddit too where they're able to. So basically, Rock Wrecker, you can just. It's from range, right? It's 2-star purple and it's from range. So people are gonna want to redo how they did the Rhyperior will. I think I would put everything into the Rock Wrecker because of Z moves, right? It's survivability. So we've added the. And they added the Reckless Charge, I love it. It has mobility. Rhydon, Rhyhorn, don't care. Damage doesn't matter. Kyurem, damage. Kyurem is kind of just a sitting duck. It's there for ice decks and there to cheese mons that are frozen, so I don't really care about the damage buff. Mega Tyranitar. Mega Tyranitar just needs a reworking. I don't think it needs buff in attacks. It needs some sort of utility attack, like a purple or something like that. Crunch. Like, we have a Mega Tyranitar with Crunch 80. Get out of here with that. Tyranitar does not need a buff. It needs a new it needs a new rarity. It needs an EX. Like, come on now. We don't need that. Regigigas changed Hammer 180 to Hammer 300. Like, I mean, I don't care for Regigigas. I don't care for the Regis. People I know they're going to be running like the alchemy marker with the Regigigas, but who cares? Regirock, Registeel, Regice. I don't like. I mean, dude, it's just power creep. It's just damage increasing. The multi, like, I don't like their ability. I like their ability that can knock on from 2 steps away, but the problem is, then they have to hit the multi-blast, and the multi-blast hits for 120. It's not gonna really be anything because of the meta we're in with that's like a purple meta. Like, I think the multi-blast should be like, when this thing moves onto the field, it can lock on to anything that's on the field. That way you can be a little more strategic, because let's say that the Dawnwings is in the center of the board, right? And you move on to the left side because, say, Marshadow's there. So when you move on, you lock on to the Dawnwings, and then you attack the Marshadow, hopefully get the multi-blast, and then the Dawnwings is gone. Because what are you going to do? You're going to do the purple lock-on. Who has the purple lock-on? I think it's the Reggie Ice. What are you going to do? Be 2 steps away from the Dawnwings, and once you get the marker and Dawnwings hits purple, what's going to happen? Dawnwings is going to attack you, and you're going to get Moonbeam face, right? SHG. So I think their ability needs reworking. Mega Glalie, the power creep, going to Blizzard 150. Glalie increasing as well. Alolan Ninetales, just power creep. Vulpix, power creep. Avalog doesn't need. I don't think Avalog needs to increase in damage. It's just a sitting duck as well. It's got a huge dodge. I don't think so. Burke went to Harden? What does Harden do? Harden makes it... I forgot what Harden does. I think it's like if your attack's 100 or lower, you don't get knocked out or something like that. And rip to the Zoro and Zora with their... Oh, the Rayclinth? Nobody's going to use that. But rip to Rush users, the Zoro and Zora. I don't know how I feel about that, actually, because I use Zoro. Like, it's good for that's what Zoro's for, so you can be aggressive with runners, but now you can't. So I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm glad that Rush users are kind of getting nerfed, but at the same time, when I want to run, like my Mew deck, my Shuttle Flip Cheese, we have the Zoro. So I don't know about that. Drapion, the ability, the battle armor to diffuse poison. Who has diffuse poison? Was it Crobat? So if they're poisoned, they're negative additional 40, something like that, right? So I was quick and dirty on that. You guys, we have a lot of testing to do, and guess what? Game of Thrones, the grind is almost over. We're midway through season 7, and then I got to catch up to season 8. So by this last week, this week right now, next Sunday, back to streaming a whole lot, and I can't wait. But we're going to cut the video there. It's been way too long. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.